Let me see.
Legs up. And put your head under.
Push.
Push.
Welcome back to Teal House Farm. Oh, I forgot my hat. 1 second. Can't do this without my farm hat. It's too sunny out. Okay, take 2. Otherwise, you just have to stare at the reflection of the sun on my glasses the entire time. So, anyway, it is a beautiful morning this morning. Nice and not cold, but cool weather, nice breeze. So, we're out getting some stuff done. We're going to go in the garden and pull out some stuff that's in there. Sam cleaned out the water trough this morning. How was that experience?
It wasn't too bad.
Wasn't too bad. There's our sheep getting big. Still got a few months to go, so they got some LBs to put on. They're doing really good. And yeah, come join us for the morning. Let's get some stuff done. So I want to pull up my carrots, and we're gonna dig up the potatoes I planted from the grocery store potatoes that sprouted. We're gonna see what they look like. But we need to water a little bit first because the ground's pretty hard. So we're gonna give everything a little water and then come back in like 30 minutes and try to dig things up. The plan is to water the garden where the carrots and potatoes are and let it sit for about 30 minutes just to let the water soak in. It gets the ground nice and soft, and then the carrots and potatoes should come up pretty easily. So I just kind of check on the animals. We're also gonna go see, we have a chicken who likes to lay eggs, not in the nesting box, but this corner of the barn. So we'll go kick her off of it and take her egg. And then I decided, since I had a few more minutes, I was just gonna pick some things. I got a bunch of cantaloupe. We have a whole bunch of green beans. And this is where I made a tactical error. I figured it would take 10 minutes just to pick through a few green beans. I did not realize how full these bushes were. I've already gotten a bunch off of these plants. I figured they were about done for the year. I have the 2-gallon stainless steel pot off the wall. So I filled up a gallon ice cream bucket and then went in and got a 2-gallon pot, and I filled that up pretty quickly. And then we had helpers want to come help. So Mr. P comes and joins us in the garden, and he starts looking for green beans. Finding green beans is actually a little bit tricky because they match so well with the plant. JJ comes and joins us too, and together they're able to find a few and fill up their little bowl while I finish my second round of filling up the 2-gallon bucket.
Whoa!
Yeah, I completely underestimated how many green beans were actually out there.
It's just too much.
It's never too much, Ivy, because we'll eat them all winter.
That's too much.
Okay, we gotta go get those carrots out. Carrots and potatoes, let's go. Okay, I've already been eating carrots kind of as they've been ready, so we're gonna clear off this bed. We're just gonna pick the rest of them. You ready, bud?
Take it down.
Okay, come here. I know, put it on the...
We have to do handstands together.
Okay, you ready? Here's one, go put it on the tray. Good job. Find another one?
I'm holding the one with the ball. Guys, do you want to come climb the tree with me? No. Want to go to the tree?
Here, you gotta pull. Oh, we pulled the top off that one. Here we go. I grossly underestimated how much stuff was out there. I didn't even get to the potatoes. But I stopped to take a break because the baby's hungry and it's about lunchtime. So these are the types of days that I keep those more expensive, like store-bought frozen convenience meals on hand because I just need to get to feeding the baby. So we're going to have some hamburgers and like fried chicken sandwich patty things for lunch and some chips and some fruit. So I can just throw it in the oven and go take care of the baby. She need me?
I'm gonna get some water and then I'll get her.
Okay. These right here are my kids' absolute favorite. They're from Sam's Club. I don't know why they're so good, but they are good. They are not cheap though. It's like $18 for the box, and there's like 10 in the box, I think. So it is not cost effective. But what I do on days like this, where I've been just been in the garden all morning. I actually was not planning on being in the garden all morning. I thought it would take me 10-20 minutes to pick green beans, and I was going to get right to those carrots and potatoes, and it in fact took me an hour almost to pick green beans and the peppers and things that were cantaloupe and things that needed taken care of. So this is what's for lunch, but to make it a little more economical, the kids only get half. Because one, they don't need a whole cheeseburger. They can fill up on carrot sticks and fruit, not a fatty cheeseburger. But it also helps make the box go a lot farther so they can enjoy more of it, if that makes sense. Makes it feel like it lasts longer. Okay, so 3 for the kids to split in half, and then 1 for me and Sam. So we'll get these in the oven. Let's take care of the baby, and then after lunch we'll get back outside. I'm really curious about those potatoes. Okay, moment of truth here. We got some in this raised bed, and we got some in the main garden. You might be asking yourself, Laura, why aren't you using a trowel? Well, that's a funny question there. I have like 4 of them, but you know where they are? Because I don't. My kids like to play with them, but then they disappear. So, spoon it is. Woo, that's a big one. That looks good. Okay, that's from 2 potatoes from the raised bed. So it started as 2 russet potatoes. They were literally from like a 5-pound bag of russet potatoes and started turning into like an octopus in my pantry. So I just dug a hole and planted them in the ground. I did nothing special, period. Let's go dig up the ones that I planted in the actual garden and see if the results are similar. Okay, that's pretty good. I'm happy with that. All right, we'll do that again next year. All right, this is everything we got. Potatoes, spicy peppers, cucumbers, 1 zucchini, a whole bunch of green beans. Got some tomatoes. We've been eating a lot of the tomatoes just as they're ripe. 3 cantaloupe, whole bunch of carrots. It is now quiet time, just right now at noon. So I'm gonna go take a quick break while the kids take naps and have quiet time. And then we are going to do school because we didn't get done this morning, so it's so nice out. And then later this afternoon and evening, we're going to come back and figure out what we're going to do with all this. We have an hour of quiet time, and then it's school starts. So I'm going to start with the little one first. So that's Isla. She's just starting kindergarten, and her school at the table only takes about 20 minutes. It's pretty simple, so we get her stuff started and done so that we can spend time with the bigger kids who need more help. The students that need the most help are the ones right in the middle, the 1st grader and the 2nd grader, and our 4th grader joins in too for their history lesson. Today we're learning how to draw a horse as part of our Native American unit, and we're also reading through the American Girl book called Kaya, who's the Native American girl. And so they're working on following this tutorial about drawing a horse while I read one of the chapters to them. It came out pretty good. I'm proud of them. They did a good job. And then I go ahead and finish up with Annie, who has a special reading curriculum to help her play a little game to work on some of our sight words. The big girls are able to finish their school mostly on their own, so after I help Annie here, I'm pretty much done and can head back. Okay, we're back. Let's get to work and get the stuff taken care of that needs taken care of today. Going with what will make the biggest impact first, so I can get my counter cleared off just a little bit more so I can actually make dinner tonight. And then we'll deal with the rest of the stuff when we need to deal with it. Ivy's the first one who comes over to help. She's usually the first one to come help. She loves being helpful and loves jumping right in. She's pulling the green tops off the carrots. Now you can save green tops and use them like parsley, but I have already more than I will ever need. So we're just gonna put these in that big sled, which is going to be our compost pile today. While she's doing that, I'm gonna get started on snapping the green beans. These have already been washed, so now we're just snapping and pulling off the little ends. Then as time goes on, more people want to come see what's going on and come help. So Micah comes to help with the carrots. JJ helps me snap more green beans. And then Sam gets done with what he was doing outside and he comes helps with the green beans, and Isla wants to jump in and help too. Pat also wanted to help, but he tends to be a little more trouble than help, so he plays in the cabinets while I wash up jars. We're going to fill up a big bucket with water to bring to a boil to top off. We're going to do a raw pack today. That means we're just putting the pieces of green beans and carrots into the jars. These jars are warm and clean. And then we're going to top those jars off with boiling water to 1-inch headspace. You can add salt if you want to. It's not needed for safety. I never add salt. I always just do it when I open them for the recipe. It's just whatever you want to do. Always make sure you debubble, get those air bubbles out of there. We're going to use our superb lids today, and we're going to put them in the canner. Carrots are the same thing. Water, debubble, lids. This is the carnage left over. We're gonna clean that up. The kids take a well-deserved break for a little dance break. I'll let you take a guess as to what song they are dancing to. And then I get to work cleaning up the table. This is pretty easy because we use that sled for compost. It fits so much, you just dump it all on the sled, wipe the table off into the sled, and then take the sled outside. Okay, canners have started. These are pretty quick cans, 25 minutes for a quart of green beans, and it's 25 minutes for a pint of carrots. So those pints of green beans will also go 25, which will be just fine. So everything's 25. That's pretty easy. And so we're getting started on dinner here. We're gonna fry some pork, tenderized pork loin. We're gonna bread them and fry them. Got a zucchini squash casserole. If you want the recipe for this, it looks really good after it's baked. I have a video, I'll link that. Gonna open up 2 cans of baked beans, and then we're using some of the green beans and the new little potatoes that we dug out of the garden. All right, got 4 pints of carrots, 3 of the green beans. We got 7 quarts almost done in this canner. It's depressurizing. Loading up our plates. All right, everybody say, we'll see you next time. All right, thanks for watching and preserving with us. We are gonna eat some of this food. Except for you, because you don't have any teeth, so we'll find you something else. Say bye, Booze.